It's Kane. I'm here with a man of the moment himself, Bonks. Nice to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you too, bro.
You're locked in Swank magazine. Alright, so first things first, Bonks. Obviously, you got everything popping right now with Rerun the Block. Just a little bit of a background information on yourself. How did you first get into music?
That's like my worst question, man. I just don't know. Like, that's something I've always wanted to do. I've always kind of came up with lyrics and bars and stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just remember, like, years and years ago, like, anytime someone put on an instrumental, like, everyone in the room would just look at me, do you know what I mean? And I don't know how it got to that point or how it ended up there, but that's how it's always been.
In terms of We Run the Block, though, I mean, you've got raves popping, you've got kids in their bedrooms just going mental to your music. Everywhere's connected to the song really well. I mean, where did the idea come from to do We Run the Block?
Like, the message behind the song isn't really what people might think it is. You know? People think I'm literally saying, like, to go and do certain things, but it's not really that. It's more of like an analogy. So I feel like, in terms of like the line about the cops, everybody's kind of got their own cops, and by that I mean their own people that will kind of try to limit what you do or take away your freedom in any way, do you know what I mean? So someone could be trying to limit your creative freedom by telling you, don't make this kind of music or don't dress like that, do you know what I mean? To me, those are the cops, those are like my cops.
Yeah.
And then everyone has their own kind of cops that will try and just take away your freedom. So that's about just rising up against like anybody that tries to limit what you do, because I feel like one thing that's really key is that we're all individuals, you know what I mean? As much as people can work together, if everybody like embraces their individuality, it will be a really good situation. If I wanted people to sit there and just think about it, I'd have written a book about it or something, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I want people to be able to dance and move and have fun, while also taking in the message and feeling the vibe, and it's really worked well, which I'm like super happy about.
I think that's great as well. Like, I've been listening to your music for years now, and it's come to the point where you aren't a past version of somebody else.
Yeah.
You can notice that with many people, many artists. But one thing with you is I never knew where to put you.
Yeah.
I couldn't say, oh, Bonks, he's a past version, he's a newer version of this guy.
Yeah.
He's just doing what this guy did before. Everything you've done is new.
Yeah,
when We Run the Block came out, it took up such a storm because most people, what's this that we're listening to? Someone's got onto radio with saying beat up the feds.
Yeah, exactly.
In terms of that, have you had any backlash with that line? Anyone actually try beating up the feds yet?
No, at the start of the song as well, I dropped a disclaimer, you know, telling people like, don't go and beat up the cops or whatever. But I think it will limit the song in a way, definitely. But what it's limiting the song from is something that I'm not even ready for anyway with my first song, do you know what I mean? So it's cool, it can stay in the space where it needs to be and affect the people that I need it to affect. A big part of like why I actually made that record and said those things was the fact that, like I said, I've been making music forever. Like, I've always wanted to do music and I've always been so free with it, and like record whatever I want to record, say whatever I want to say and stuff. And like, there was like a month period where everyone was saying the same kind of things to me, like, we need a single or radio song or this and that was kind of frustrating to me. And not frustrating because it's a bad thing, because it's like a step that you kind of have to take, but it was just new. So I kind of decided that I was going to be like as anti that as possible, you know what I mean? And then it weirdly just ended up like all over the radio and stuff. You know?
But the fact that you said first song quite intrigued me, because Pretty Brown Eyes, to me and to a lot of people that was a banger.
Yeah.
And it got a lot of airtime as well in terms of radio. Did you ever think of releasing that as your first single?
Yeah, I did. I actually did, but I feel like with that record, it's like, I don't know, it wouldn't have made the impact that I wanted to make, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wanted to make a real impact, whereas like, that song is just me singing about a female, you know what I mean? So, it's a good song, it's a great song, and like, I'm even still planning to do a video for it and stuff, because I just really love the song, but I needed to make an impact and have like a message to kind of introduce myself into the scene, do you know what I mean, or into the industry or whatever you want to call it. So that's why I went with You on the Block. Pretty Brown Eyes got like some airplay. It got like the radio premiere and stuff.
Yeah.
Mr. Jam premiered it. Mr. Jam is a cool dude. Got a lot of time for Jam, but
that gassed me, that moment when Jam premiered it.
Oh, did you catch it? Yeah.
I caught that. Because when it came out on your SoundCloud, that was something that was eating up all my data on my contract. Vodafone was trying to charge me extra. And then Mr. Jam premiered it, and it was just mad.
Yeah, no man, I love the record. It's like the first song that I actually sang on as well. So it kind of gave me confidence to do a lot of like different things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Got a lot of love for that record, like for many different reasons.
You blew up the internet a number of times.
Yeah.
Street Heat,
Yeah.
Poetry, Freestyle. Like, when you were doing them freestyles, was that just you in your comfort zone, or was that just you just trying to mark your territory as, I'm Bonks and I can do this?
Do you know what it was? It was like, the weird thing about these freestyles, and I tend to say it in a few of my freestyles as well, like in different ways. Like every freestyle that I've done, so like the Street Heat, the warm-up session, the Toddler T one the other day, Poetry freestyle, I don't know if it's that I like the pressure, but I've written them I've started writing them at like 7 p.m. the night before I'm supposed to do it. Do you know what I mean? So then I go there and like, I wake up in the morning after writing like 32 bars, and then I'm like, damn, like I gotta get back another, do you know what I mean? And I'll be on the way there just trying to think of bars and put it together, and it's fun for me. Like freestyles are supposed to be fun. You can't really put too much, like everything else is so work orientated nowadays, you know what I mean? So when it comes to like freestyles, like when Toddler T hollered to do the freestyle the other day, I was happy because I haven't done one in a little while.
Yeah.
And it was just me kind of going back to that feeling of like, right now I can just write some bars. I can say whatever I want to say, write some bars and just go there and spit the bars.
If you listen to your freestyles and then listen to your actual singles and your bodies of work, they're so professional and they're such a high level.
Yeah.
Like the EP that you released with Renz.
Yeah, no words allowed.
Mental.
Thank
The
you.
production on it, just, it's something which very establishes that British sound, which not too many people can say, oh, he's trying to be like them guys from America. It's you. But then when you listen to your freestyles, you can tell, like, this guy's just having fun.
Yeah, no, thank you. I think you got to kind of... I watch a lot of different people's freestyles, because there's like a new freestyle every day, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I can always like watch one and tell that this person saw this freestyle as his big shot. I can tell. And I think we should all just stop like looking at these freestyles and stuff as our big shot, as our big opportunity, like our claim to fame. Do you know what I mean? Because that's when you put too much pressure on it. And the music has to be you, man. Like if it's not you, if you're just doing like and complying, doing what you think you need to do to get to another platform, that doesn't really mean anything. Do you know what I mean? You have to just put you out there and then see how that's received, as opposed to just like planning every little detail and trying to be like this guy and that guy. And,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Trying to cater to everybody, it's not going to work.
It's a new generation. In terms of new generation, who's involved?
That's, you know what's mad? Like, nobody actually knows. New generation is like a mentality, do you know what I mean? More than anything. So you could say things to me that make me think, yo, this guy is new gen. And then I'm like, yeah, new gen. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like I'm initiating you in or I've got the power to put you in this. There's no hierarchy in this, and that's like a major part of the thought process as well. Is that, you know, we like as creatives, whatever we do is kind of ourselves. So like you bring yourself to the table as opposed to trying to be someone or trying to work out where you fit in somewhere. It's not about where you fit in, it's about who you are and what fits in around you. And it's not like an ignorant mentality where, oh, we're coming and we've got a new way of doing everything, because some things are actually correct already.
Yeah.
You don't correct something that's already correct, but you have the confidence to bring yourself to it and to like kind of implement your own ideas. Like even with me, like the label situation, it's not like they've just signed a blank canvas and now everyone's just throwing paint at it to make it into what it is. It's like we've signed this guy and this guy knows exactly what he wants to do and we're gonna help him get that out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. One of the link-ups which I noticed as well was a boy of mine called Jay.
Oh yeah, Jay is my guy, man.
that link up didn't shock me. It was
Yeah.
really cool because it was nice that you kept your eyes out for the youth that were doing things in
Yeah.
London. Seeing you wear his hat as well in the We Run the Block video was a big thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like, Jay man, he's
Yeah.
wearing your hats. That's sick.
Yeah, it's,
How did the whole link up come around?
it's a weird story, man. Like I made a song with Renz called Nothing on NBA when we just finished recording the song, and we wanted to put it out by like 7:30. So like, and we'd already put the pressure on ourselves because we tweeted like earlier in the day this song is coming out at this time, so we were like running behind time or whatever. And then I contacted like someone that I know, and I was like, yo, like I need an artwork like real quick for this this song. These times I've never spoken to Jay in my life, but I've seen his brand, and obviously it's like Nothing, and it's got like the brackets, got the sharp kind of brackets. So I sent him that. I liked the brand, and I wanted to kind of show love and like be like, yo, like I used your thing because the song's called Nothing. I like shining light on people because like my fan base might not necessarily have known about him, and vice versa as well. Do you know what I mean? But I just wanted to show love like that. And then like an hour later, I saw like Jay, like someone had added me in it. Jay was tweeting like, oh, like this dude like copy my stuff.
Typical Jay. Yeah.
Typical Jay, yeah. But so I was just like, I was looking at it. This is mad because my whole plan was to show love.
And
but
now
just because
like
of the way that
ripping
it's come out, it's like I've just stolen your stuff, innit?
Yeah.
So I just followed him. He followed back, and like I'm a guy that would normally be like, if anyone's talking crazy about me, like I'm just jumping down your throat straight away, like what, are you crazy? Like confrontation or whatever. But I just DM'd him like the whole like conversation. I screenshotted of me talking to the guy that made the artwork, and the guy telling me that I can't use these brackets because of this and because of that. And I sent him that. I was like, I was just trying to show love, bro. And then he was like, oh, like sorry, I feel bad now. And then we just started talking. But that's just typical Jay. Like if he's got something to say, he just gonna say it.
Says
you know
it.
what I mean? Yeah. But I love that dude, man. He's a crazy guy, but he's like so, he knows what he wants, you know what I mean? He knows what he wants to do. And I feel like there's like 1,000 kids in London right now that are just so much more dope than anyone else. Like, literally. So I'm just trying to like, I'm just rocking with those guys, man. Like those guys, they really understand a lot more than some of the older people, some of the like people that think that they know everything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of them are still, a lot of them are still undiscovered. But it's kind of like my responsibility now to shine light on whoever I'm rocking with.
And that's also nice for like the youth tonight as well. Like you keep an eye out for everything, and it's so
that's
sick.
my scene, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As opposed to just like who's made a hit record and who's like done the most. I don't think I fit in there because nobody really has anything else to achieve. Like if you only associate yourself, and I see people doing this all the time, they only try and associate themselves with people that are already successful. I don't see how you can do that and remain hungry, because it's like the energy isn't rubbing off on you. These people have already achieved, so they're in like gear 3 now, slowing down. Whereas I'm trying to be in gear 6 like at all times. You know what I mean? I need to get my message across, and I only kind of get that. Well, I mainly get that from like these guys that I've been speaking about. Everyone that's with me in terms of new generation, and like that's all it is really.
What's the next thing that you're going to be putting out to like all your fans? Is it going to be a hard body of work, or are you going to continue trying to push with singles?
No, I've been working on the EP, Forgive Me When I'm Famous. Had some discussions about that, like more recently, about what to do with it. I want to put it out for free. That's what I really want to do. Like I enjoy that. That's why I like SoundCloud. I enjoy the fact that I can record something, put it here, and everyone can just go and listen. Do you know what I mean? It's not, you don't have to buy it. I don't want to separate my fans and like divide my fans up into sections of like who can actually afford to go and buy this right now and who can't. Do you know what I mean? I just want everyone. It's about giving confidence to people. I'm gonna try and get like another freestyle in. I remember Charlie Sloth was saying that like as soon as I'm ready for Fire in the Beef Part 2, he's ready, so I'm gonna write him soon about that as well, and just try and get that energy.
You've got a lot on your plate at the moment, man. Trying to work on an EP, getting freestyles and that done.
Yeah, that's not even like half of the stuff.
Touching the surface.
Yeah, like
Your calendar's booked at the moment for the big one, Glastonbury.
But yeah, no, I'm excited for it, man. It's Glastonbury. Like I tweeted a few months ago that my goal was to be at Glastonbury in 2017.
And it's happened this year.
Like, yeah, 2 years early, like, which is kind of mad, but it's got a run with it, man. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be
mental. Biggest festival as well, just
yeah.
due to get shut down. Your fashion at the moment is popping. It's going crazy.
Oh,
obviously, everyone's noticing you wearing a nothing hat.
Yeah.
The Celtics jumper you were wearing in the We Were on the Block video. I've had bare people on Twitter say, "Oh, where did he get it from? Where did he get it from?"
Yeah, people ask me that as well.
But the massive one is obviously you had an interview with the Kloss.
Yeah.
How did that one come around?
They just reached out and contacted me. Really, it was just like, yeah, they wanted to do like a photo shoot and an interview and stuff. So like we just made it happen. Like it was really out of the blue. Like the only other person that I've seen do that before was Little Sims. Yeah. And I think like she's super sick, you know what I mean? So I was just excited to do it for those two reasons anyway. And yeah, we linked up, done it, photo shoot, interview. It came out about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 weeks ago, but yeah. It was exciting to do, man. I think like Lacoste is a sick brand.
If you had to pick 5 artists, young artists, then who would it be from the UK and why?
Joe James, like he's Apex.
He's
Joe
mental.
James. Yeah, he's like, what's sick about him is he's a model. Like, he's actually a model. He just tells me all the time like I want to make music, do you know what I mean? And then he'll always come back to me and play me something like, yo, WhatsApp me a new song and be like, yo, like, what do you think of this? I think I'm getting better still. I'm just like, yeah, it's sick. Maybe if you ask me at a later date, I could probably give you my 5. I'll sit down and think about it.
Yeah,
at the moment, I say like Joe James, Kenny Rebel. Yeah, I'd just say them for now.
Yeah,
Neverland Clan.
It's obviously more than a pleasure to be able to sit down and have a chat to you, Bonks.
Yeah,
just to let the people know, where can they hit you up on all social media?
Just hit me up on Twitter, man. That's the main one that I use. My Twitter is just at Bonkaz, BONKAZ. And like through there, you can kind of get everywhere else, you know what I mean? SoundCloud and Instagram or whatever.
You get the quick previews as well, then 30-second previews of upcoming bangers.
Because I want to make everyone that really has an interest in me like a part of the process.
Yeah.
So I want people to like, you see back in the day, like I'll tune into like Deja Vu FM, and I have to get like a coat hanger, pull it in the area and pull it out the window, like, and I'm trying to tune into the station, and then you tune in, and like you'll hear like a new DWE lyric, like he's just spitting on a set. And no one else has heard this lyric, so I go to school the next day, and I'll just be walking, like I'll be in the canteen, and I'll be sitting there spitting this bar to myself, but I know what I'm doing, like I know someone's gonna be like, oh, what's that? And then now I've got the bragging right, like, oh, some new D-double, man, you ain't heard that, so that's cool. You know what I mean? I want to give like my fans and supporters that feeling of like,
you went heard them on
so when a new tune comes out, like you hear a new tune on like Radio 1 or 1Extra or Capital Extra or Kiss or whatever, and it's like, yeah, man, I heard that though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you for having us, Bonk.
You're welcome, man. Thank you for having me.
My bro.
Respect, bro.
And that was Swank Mag with Bonkaz.
New generation, come through, kick off my shoes like I'm racing. Heard man said Bonks couldn't do the grind thing. Would've done a knock that deep if I wasn't in the basement. I just looked up, top spotters looking vacant. Might have to take him.